Have you ever wondered why, no matter how much you change, heal, or grow, some people still hate you? It's not truly about who you are today. More often, it's about the battles they are still fighting quietly within themselves. Carl Jung said, "Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves." Today, we'll gently explore the deeper reasons behind their lasting resentment and why their darkness was never meant for you to carry. 1. Insecure. At the heart of much resentment is insecurity. People who feel unworthy or inadequate often project those feelings onto others. When someone feels they aren't good enough, they might criticize or belittle others in an attempt to feel better about themselves. Carl Jung called this the inferiority complex, the belief that one is lesser than others, which fuels envy and resentment. If they see you as successful, confident, or content, their internal sense of inadequacy might lead them to react with hostility. Your presence serves as a reminder of what they feel they lack, not just materially but emotionally and spiritually. The truth is, their anger is a reflection of their own unhealed wounds. They cannot celebrate your success because it highlights their struggle to accept themselves. Your worth challenges their sense of value, and that's what makes them feel threatened. Second, suffer by your success. Success can bring growth and confidence, but for some, it's unsettling. Carl Jung believed that our outer world reflects our inner state. When someone sees you succeed, they're not just seeing your accomplishments. They may be confronted with their own unfulfilled dreams or regrets. Your success can unintentionally highlight areas in their life where they feel stuck. It's not that they dislike you, rather it reminds them of what they haven't achieved. This reaction often stems from envy, which isn't just about wanting what someone else has, but fearing they'll never have it. Rather than feeling inspired, they might feel resentment because your success forces them to face their own feelings of inadequacy. The truth is, they are not rejecting you, but their own unhealed wounds. When they can't accept their own lack of fulfillment, they project that pain onto you. 3. False story. People often create quick judgments to simplify their world. Once they form an opinion about you, it's hard to change it, even if you prove them wrong. This is called confirmation bias. They'll only notice the things that support their story and ignore the rest. For example, if someone believes you're selfish, no matter how much you show kindness, they'll dismiss it. They'll see what fits their narrative and overlook the evidence that challenges it. This keeps them stuck in a story that isn't true, but feels easier for them to believe. Carl Jung spoke about the persona, the mask we wear for others. Sometimes people prefer their illusion of you over the reality of who you are, because facing the real you would mean admitting they were wrong all along. It's easier to hold on to a false story than to allow their worldview to shift. 4. Broke their silent power over you. Many relationships are built on unspoken power dynamics. When you assert your independence, by setting boundaries, changing your path, or speaking your truth, you disrupt that hidden balance. Those used to controlling you may react with anger because they no longer have that power. Research shows that when people set healthy limits, those who feel threatened often become hostile. For example, when you stop tolerating manipulative behavior, they may accuse you of being selfish, even though you're simply standing up for yourself. Carl Jung believed that true individuation, becoming fully yourself, often means stepping away from relationships that keep you small. When you stop conforming to others' expectations, you force them to confront the power they once held over you. Their anger is about losing control, not about your actions. 5. Fear of being surpassed. When you begin to grow, change, or evolve, it can be unsettling for those around you, especially if they feel stuck in their own patterns. As you gain confidence and independence, some may fear that you will leave them behind, either emotionally or physically. Jung spoke about the fear of individuation, the process of becoming your true self. This growth can create tension in relationships, especially when others feel threatened by your transformation. They might fear that as you evolve, you'll outgrow the connection, leaving them behind in the process. This fear can manifest as resentment or even passive-aggressive behavior. Instead of celebrating your progress, they might try to keep you tied to old versions of yourself, trying to stop your growth. Their fear of being left behind reflects their own fear of change and the uncertainty it brings. 6. Jealous of your freedom. Freedom is a powerful force, and for many it's something they deeply desire but feel they lack. When you make bold choices, live authentically, or follow your own path, it can trigger jealousy in others who feel trapped in their own lives. Jung believed that true freedom comes from breaking free of societal expectations and inner constraints. When others see you living authentically, they may feel envious because they fear they are unable to do the same. Your freedom forces them to confront the parts of themselves that feel restricted or unfulfilled. Rather than celebrating your liberation, they might resent you for reminding them of their own limitations. Their jealousy isn't about you, it's about their struggle to embrace the freedom they secretly crave but feel powerless to achieve. 7. Fear of exposure. Many people hide behind a mask, carefully curating the version of themselves they show to the world. They conceal their insecurities, mistakes, and fears. When you live authentically, unapologetically, it can make them feel exposed, forcing them to face their own truths. Carl Jung spoke about integrating the shadow, the parts of ourselves we repress. But for many, the fear of exposure is so strong that they avoid confronting their darkness. When you stand in your truth, you might unintentionally shine a light on the parts of them they'd rather keep hidden. This fear can manifest as hostility or criticism. They might project their discomfort onto you, resenting the way you reflect back to them the parts of themselves they haven't accepted. Your authenticity challenges their carefully constructed image, and they might try to pull you back into the shadows with them. 8. Project their inner shadows onto you. We all have parts of ourselves that we try to hide. The anger we don't want to admit, the insecurities we fear, or the jealousy we push away. Carl Jung called these the shadows of our personality. These are the traits we repress because they don't align with how we want to be seen. When someone projects their shadow onto you, they're unconsciously transferring those hidden aspects of themselves onto you. They might accuse you of traits like arrogance or selfishness, even though you haven't expressed them. For example, a deeply insecure person might see your confidence as pride simply because it highlights what they can't accept in themselves. The judgment they place on you isn't really about you, it's about them, the parts of themselves they haven't faced. Rather than confront their own shadow, they prefer to project it onto you, because it's easier than acknowledging it within themselves. Final thoughts. Understanding why someone might still hold on to resentment, no matter what you do, can be deeply freeing. Remember, their feelings are often more about their own struggles than about you. Don't carry their burden. Let them heal in their own time. Your journey is yours alone. If this resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who might need to hear it. Let's keep exploring the deeper layers of the human experience together.